All right, well, thanks again for joining us. This is a new episode of Spks Wrld News. I have a special guest today. He's in a league of his own, Miami Pro League. I'm talking to Kyle, man. What's going on,
good,
man?
My dude?
Chilling, man. I'm good, man. Let's get into it. Let me just know the original role, like a title that you would want to go by. Like, how did it just all come about together?
Yeah. So they call me the commissioner.
Okay.
Commish, for the short. Basically, Miami Pro League was a passion project for me.
Okay.
It's my baby. Something I started in my buddy's garage down in Country Walk in 2013. It was literally like just a brainchild of me and my boys, like coming up with ideas of something dope to do in the city of Miami where we could give back to the community. So that was the whole, process of starting Miami Pro League. A little background history about me. I come from like a sports agency world. I used to work for Nike basketball up in New York back in like 2009 through 2012, and I saw the culture up there. I saw how things are done. I saw how dudes gravitated towards like Rucker Park, Dykeman Park, and all these street ball leagues, and really have passion for the game. Right. So I was like, damn, I can do something like that back home where I'm from.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
So I was like, yo, let me go home, let me connect with my boys, and let me shake shit up. Cool. My friends, but let me do, what we do down here, and show people that Miami and South Florida as a whole is more than football. Right. We have ballers down here. We have hustlers. We have dudes that are professional athletes that go and provide for their families overseas. So I just wanted to shine some light on that down here.
Definitely, and you definitely do. I mean, just from doing my research and everything, I've seen like a lot of familiar faces. A lot of familiar faces. Talk to me about like how it kind of like just grew into it, because like even before that, even breaking it down to structuring it how you did structure it to where it's a certain amount of time. It's the bulk of the summer. 6 weeks. Right. 8 teams. Talk to me about how that got together and how how did that like kind of formulate to how you wanted it?
Yeah, absolutely. So the way we came up with that concept was we want to like just pop up. We want to do sort of like a surprise and delight. We don't want to drag things out. We want to show up strong for a solid 6 weeks and get out of there, because we know a lot of these guys, play overseas and have contracts and jobs they got to go back to.
That's
so we're like, what's the most impactful time of year to really like showcase ballers and the sport of basketball in Miami? And we're like, summertime, boom, early summer, right before 4th of July kicks off, and we end before Labor Day. Okay. So that way guys can still have time to spend that quality time with their family, their friends, before they go back to the hustle and bustle overseas. So for us, we were like, hey, we want to do something cool but kind of intimate, where it's like not overly saturated. So we said, let's do an invite-only league. And the best way to do that was we went out and we attacked the best trainers and coaches in South Florida and gave them the opportunity to build their own team. Okay. So, nowadays you got the super teams in the NBA where it's like top 3, top 4 ballers all over the place. We gave these guys that opportunity to do that down here. But we did tell them that the only requirement is each team has to have 1 NBA player. Right. And we knew this was going to skyrocket because year 1, day 1, opening night, we maybe had 20 people in the stands, but we had that NBA player in the court, and that was Andre Blatt. Shout out to Blatt.
Shout out to him.
Opening night back at Coral Gables Senior High, Andre Blatt was there, suited up, ready to play opening night, and we said, okay, even though we have 20, 30 people in the stands,
you're on the right track.
We're on the right track. We're on the way to something
and
special.
Who else are the other familiar faces that we've seen along the lines? Because not only do you have local ballers overseas, but you do have those big names. Talk to me about some of the big names that you do have that has supported you over these years.
Absolutely. Man, there's a long list of guys. I don't want to leave anybody out, but shout out all the NBA players that always come out. A lot of the regulars are like Hassan Whiteside. Shout out for sure. Haas doing his thing in Portland right now. He would always come out year after year, if not playing, just at least to support and watch. Shout out Brandon Knight coming through.
That's hometown hero.
Hometown hero, exactly. D Wade, young
and his son. I seen that.
Coming out rocking with us. So shout out all those guys. And shout out all of the coaches and the trainers. They're really the guys that get these guys to show up. Right. only so many guys can say, all right, cool, who's this guy Kyle hit me up telling me to come out to
Right.
this league? But once we get that stamp of approval or credibility from the coaches and the trainers, these guys start flooding in.
Was it hard kind of getting everything rolling? Because I mean, you said day one, game one, it kind of set a tone.
Yeah.
But before that, I know it kind of had to be like some type
it
of.
was tough.
I know, and I know in certain things like this, there may be politics or certain things like that. Like, how does that affect or affected you at that point in time?
So it was really tough to really stay focused and not deter by all like the negative comments or the closed doors or the nose in your face.
Right.
Literally, this started off on an iPhone. Shout out to social media and the iPhone. I mean, I started trapping from the iPhone in 2014. Like, I was the cameraman, I was the videographer, you know, I was the editor. You know, I did all that off iMovie. All those highlights from year one was for me and my phone, you know?
Okay.
And when you're passionate about something, you never let outside influence, you know, deter or affect your vision.
Right.
You know? Like, I remember there was days where I didn't even have gas in the car, but I was like, yo, I'm gonna make it to this game.
Yeah, for sure.
One day specifically, I was freelancing, so I was doing this, you know, for the love. I didn't have a job at the time, year one. I literally went to the game with my car on E. We rocked out, had a memorable night. Tim Hardaway Jr. was in the building.
I think I remember that was, okay, I think
this,
I remember
this
that night.
Gables, though. This was at Gables Senior High. After the game, I didn't even know how I was going to make it home, but I was so fulfilled knowing that
you had a successful day.
And all glory to God. Like, that night after the game, I went to the gas station, like, man, trying to count coins. And funny enough, like,
by the grace of God,
I found there was a wallet on top of the gas pump where I was at that had like $20 in it. So I took the $20, filled the gas, and I looked at that as like a blessing.
Call that a blessing.
That's a
Just
blessing.
call that a blessing.
That's not the way to really do it, though.
Just call that a blessing.
But either way, like, things always have a weird, funny way of working themselves out.
Right.
So as long as you're focused, and I like to call them the blinders. When horses run races,
they put on those blinders.
No matter what, stick to your plan. You know, it's so cliche, but you know, you trust the process. That is so true. And I'm one of the guys, like, growing up, like, yeah, whatever you say, kind of do. Right. But it's really, really true. Trust the process, and if you have something that's of value or something that's quality, it'll work itself out. It always does.
So, like, I see, like, you did say that you had the idea 2013. You came back home and you wanted to put on for the city. But you also do something where you were at Coral Gables, and then now you're at Miami Senior High. And talk to me about how does that affect, like, the community? You know what I mean? And how does that, like, you're bringing kids' favorite players to them.
Yeah, so
you know what I mean?
Absolutely. So the way that like came to fruition was, I thought in my head, I wish I had something like this when I was a kid. Right. So how can I do it so that it's memorable for kids nowadays, and it's my way of giving back? So for me, we started at Coral Gables because it was a little bit of a central location between north and south. You know, the Gables and the Grove is kind of central. So we started off there because I had a good relationship with the basketball coach. But, you know, a good problem that we had was we actually outgrew Coral Gables Senior High. So we needed to find a bigger, larger home. And my middle school basketball coach actually became principal at Miami Senior High. So I went over and talked to him. I still call him coach to this day. He remembered me. I pitched to him what we're trying to do, and I told him it's free of charge. And he's like, man, you're giving back to the kids. Let's run it. This is yours, you know? So that's how we made Miami Senior High our home. And it's been our home for like the last 4 years, and hopefully the next 4 to 5 years. And for us, it was like we wanted to create an environment where kids have something to look forward to every summer. So kids knowing that they'll be able to possibly get a chance to see their favorite NBA guy up close and personal, you know, shake their hand, slap them with a high five or something like that. That's memorable. That's
no, for sure.
Memories are priceless. You know, money comes and goes, but those memories last forever. So that's something we pride ourselves on. And it's not just me. Even though you see my face, I'm a behind-the-scenes kind of dude. I never like to be on camera, but, you know, I wanted to do this because I thought this was a great opportunity to really shed some light on where we come from. But I have a whole solid team behind me. Shout out, you know, Damian, Debo, Malad, Gretel, my trainer, everybody, DJ Genesis, our DJ, MC Freddie, everybody, man, you know, just, I couldn't have done it, or we couldn't have done it without working together, you know, everybody plays a vital part in that. So I just want people to understand it. You need a team, a solid team around you to really build something. You know, and for me, it was kind of tough in the beginning because I was like, no, this is my baby. I'm holding on.
Right.
I don't want to let go. But I realized, you know, I have to trust in my people around me to really bring this to the level that I wanted it to get to. So, you know, shout out the whole squad, Miami Pro team.
Definitely.
See you.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And before we get out of here, I definitely wanted to touch on some of the people that you connected with on a bigger scale that like helps bring the name up. With the media outlets, the brands and stuff like that. Talk to me about the connection that you built with them as well.
Yeah. So we started this thing organically. Everything was from the ground up.
Right.
We were just you know, on the tip of like, hey, you know what? As long as we do something solid and authentic, you know, no one could really poke holes in our ship. They can't sink us. So we just started that way, and we started. I'd say like the last year or two, we started really reaching out to brands that made sense for us. So like we reached out to Stride Line socks.
That's the socks.
That's where we get the socks from. We reached out to Body Armor. Body Armor seemed to be a better fit for us because they were like a family-oriented company, and we were like, hey, look, we're starting from the ground up. We want to partner. We don't want just somebody throwing dollars.
Exactly. We want to build with y'all.
Exactly. We want brands that believe in our brand just like we believe in their brand. And that's how, you know, some of those partnerships came to fruition. We're working with the Miami Heat this year.
Okay.
We want to do a lot of more.
I see Derrick Jones. Derrick Jones was doing his thing last season.
Yeah. He was rocking out. Bam. Shout out Bam.
Okay.
Too. Last year's MVP. He came and torched the court. A lot of critics out there, you know, skeptical of Bam, but watch, he's gonna show and prove this year, and that all started in Miami Pro League. So you'll see him starting to turn up. For us, like this year, we just want to really connect more with the community and the kids and show them like, hey, you have a place and a safe haven to really see like these athletes perform. And another great, you know, spotlight from the summer league is like, yeah, we got these NBAs coming through, but we also got the local legends.
That's a fact.
That play on the same
overseas,
level.
And it's something that kind of helps the NBA players train.
Absolutely, it helps both the overseas guys and the NBA players. And the greatest benefit of it all is to show the little kids that are in the stands like, hey, he comes from the same place you come from. He grinds the same way you do. Just because he's not in the NBA doesn't mean he doesn't provide for his family.
Exactly.
Doesn't mean he doesn't put a roof or food on the table for his family, or that he isn't, you know, that good of a player. These players are on the same level, and that's our way of bridging the gap between, you know, the local Miami, Fort Lauderdale, you know, West Palm Beach local legend and the NBA guy. They go head to head, they go toe to toe, and they hold their own.
Right.
And last but not least, shout out Ed Pinkney from the Miami Heat back in like the 80s and 90s. He actually started.
I went to his roast.
Really?
I didn't. That just clicked in my head. I went to his roast.
So Ed Pinkney actually was the first person to try to do a summer pro-am in Miami. I want to say 92, 93, and it never popped off. So this idea, I did my research.
Right.
I wasn't the first to do it.
Right.
Shout out Ed Pinkney. He was the first one to do a summer league in Miami. So that's just to show, like, you know, always honor those that come before you.
That's a fact.
And pass the baton
That's a fact.
to those athletes. So that's, shout out Ed, you know, for that. He came last summer and it came full circle. We told him, like, this idea wasn't us, you know, this was from you, and we just picked up and we took it to the next level. He was like, my brother,
we appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely, man. I appreciate your time.
No,
definitely.
You, man.
Thank you for the time. Thank you for the information. And
I hope
you know,
see you guys next summer.
Oh, we you know, we definitely gonna be there. Definitely gonna be. I missed a couple games. I think I did come to the Tim Hardaway game, but I want to say it was forgot the game, but I do remember the Tim Hardaway game for sure. I definitely remember that.
Timmy is a local legend, man. Palmetto Senior High School always comes back to these kids and all these athletes. Like, you know, I'm forever indebted for them coming through and making sure they stay after the games and sign autographs and give high fives and take pictures, because they don't have to do that.
Right.
You know? But this is a unique experience where these athletes get to sharpen their skills in the summer and get ready for the next season, but also give back to these little young bucks that are here trying to, like, look up to them and find their way, you know? So the least we could do is provide that platform and try to give back. You know, hopefully 10 years from now, 15 years from now, we're all looking back like, yo, remember that? We did that.
We did that.
So, yeah, shout out everybody for tuning in.
Definitely.
Shout out Spks Wrld.
Always. Shout out Miami Pro League, of course. And let them know where they can follow you and get more information for the next season.
Yeah. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at Miami Pro League. Follow us on our website, miamiproleague.org. And we're also dropping some merch come winter, fall time. So you see us all wearing the shorts and the socks. We got hoodies and all that stuff on the way. So make sure you tune in and support. And shout out Nigel Spikes, my dude. We see you. And we watching, man. We proud of you. Thanks for shouting out. Showing love to the city, man.
Killing, man.
Yeah, man.
It's a brand new episode that we bringing to y'all. Spks Wrld News, man.
Yeah, man.
Kyle, the commish.
Commish.
Miami Pro League, man. Thank you for watching.